Jean Valjean trudged out of the prison gates, the weight of 19 years of incarceration pressing heavily upon him. His crime: stealing a loaf of bread to feed his starving sister's child. His repeated escape attempts had only extended his sentence. Now free, he carried a yellow identity card, branding him an ex-convict and making reintegration into society nearly impossible. Doors slammed in his face wherever he sought shelter or work. Dusk had fallen when he knocked on the door of Bishop Muriel, who, instead of turning him away, offered him food and a bed. Valjean, used to rejection and harshness, reacted in the only way he knew, by stealing the bishop's silverware during the night. However, when caught, the bishop stunned everyone by asserting that the silver was a gift and handed Jean even more silverware. This act of compassion planted the seed of change in Valjean's heart. He adopted a new identity as Madeleine, rising to become a prosperous businessman and the mayor of a small town. In his new role, he met Fantine, a destitute worker who had entrusted her daughter, Cosette, to the Thénardiers, a cruel family exploiting the child as a servant. Fantine's life spiraled into misery. Dismissed from her job for being an unwed mother, she sold her hair, her teeth, and ultimately her dignity to send money for Cosette's care. Her health had deteriorated by the time Valjean, feeling a pang of guilt, intervened. Promising to care for Cosette, he offered Fantine solace in her final moments. However, Valjean's past haunted him in the form of Javert, a relentless police inspector convinced that Valjean needed to be returned to prison. Javert epitomized the rigid, unforgiving side of the law, clashing with Valjean's yearning for redemption. After Fantine's death, Valjean fled with Cosette to Paris, striving to live peacefully. Cosette blossomed into a charming young woman and fell in love with Marius Pontmercy, a zealous revolutionary. As the June Rebellion of 1832 erupted, with barricades lining Paris streets and chaos reigning, Marius joined the fight. Valjean shadowed him, risking his life multiple times to save the young man for the sake of Cosette's happiness. In the thick of the conflict, Javert was captured by the revolutionaries. Valjean's magnanimity shone through once more as he granted Javert his freedom. Torn between duty and the mercy shown by Valjean, Javert was unable to reconcile his lifelong beliefs with this newfound humanity. In despair, he ended his life by diving into the river Seine. Eventually, after ensuring Cosette and Marius's safety and happiness, old age and illness caught up with Valjean. Surrounded by the couple, he spent his final days in peace, content that he had succeeded in protecting those he loved. His story underscored the larger narrative of French society, marked by class strife, moral dilemmas, and the unyielding quest for redemption in a world fraught with injustice.